Hello. Oh, shit. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, there we go. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Oh, Lord have mercy, my back. Hello. Figured I'd come up. Figured I'd come up. Come on. Here for a little. Jesus Christ. I figured I'd come up here for a little. Jesus fucking Christ. I don't. Here for a little. Jesus fucking Christ. I don't know. It's just one of those days, I think. Got my nails off, thank God. My fingers hurt. At least, and here's the thing, they don't itch now. I don't get it. They don't itch. They only itch when I do my nails. I'm confused. Yeah. So at least they don't. At least my fingers and hands don't. So at least my fingers and hands don't itch anymore. They're just sore. So it'll be alright. It had to, but it stopped. They stopped itching us. Like they would itch clear down. Here. It was bad. And I'm sitting there with my ring, just scratching my hands because it's so fucking bad. But then I take the nails off and I'm fine. And also, every time I do my nails, I get cuts. I don't know how I'm getting the cuts. So, yeah, ow, they hurt. So tomorrow I'm getting Band-Aids. I have Neosporin. I'm going to wrap up my fingers and let them heal. And I'm not doing my nails anymore. When I do get I will get my nails professionally done. What I mean by that is I will get manicures. No, I'm not manicures. No, I'm not doing the acrylic nails. I'm not doing the press-ons, nothing like that anymore. No, it was that Extensia, the second edition. But I've gotten that glue before. But I didn't have this problem the last time. And I think it's because of where I got the glue. I didn't get it off of here. This last time. And I'm wondering if that has something to do with it, because it could be fake, right? It works great. But I don't like the way my fucking fingers feel. They fucking hurt. I'll be alright. But right now I don't have Band-Aids, so I'll get Band-Aids in the morning. But yeah. And I'm gonna... No, I don't use a lamp. Nothing like that. It's just I use the glue lamp. Nothing like that. It's just I use the glue. I stick them on and that's it. I do the nail file. I did, wipe it off with the alcohol pads, and then I brush the glue on the nail, and my nail, and then glue it, and that's all I have. That's all I do. But I think it's because I'm allergic to it. I think I'm allergic to the nail glue, so maybe it's best I just leave my nails the way they are. Well, not the way they are, because they gotta heal. But you get the drift. You know what I mean. Not do them anymore. Kind of feels free. See, I've been doing my nails for the past 2 years. And the longest I've gone without them in these past 2 years is maybe I'm not, no, I thought it was like 2 days, but the longest I had gone ever without him in the past 2 years was like, 5 days, I think. It wasn't very long, but in the past 2 years, it's been the majority I've been wearing them, and I can't. Yeah, now look, they're sore. No more. No more. I'm gonna get the nail oil that's on the TikTok shop, and because it's the TikTok shop, and because it's there's a specific nail oil on here that'll harden your nails and help them grow. So, and I need to find out which one is the right one because the last time I got it, it didn't work. And it was the wrong one, so I need to find the right one. Because hopefully it'll fucking work, because Jesus Christ, that hurt. But evidently, having thyroiditis, fuck's sakes. So, So, so how is everybody's evening, or day, or wherever you are? How is everyone? Oh, my ankle's bothering me tonight too. Well, I'm probably not going to be out here very long because I am a bit tired. So I have all these fucking nails. I don't know what the fuck to do with. Probably try and return them if I can. Yeah, I have the autoimmune disease thyroiditis, also known as Hashimoto's disease. And most likely have had it my entire life and not known. Which doesn't really surprise me, knowing what I know now. So, how is everyone? How's everyone been? How's everyone's day? Me, I'm just missing certain someone. Maybe I'll get to see him sometime soon. If not, it is what it is, I guess. I'm just in a funk tonight, I don't know why. I don't know who could that be that I would miss. But I'm in a bit of a funk. I haven't seen a. Yeah, no. I haven't seen the endocrinologist yet. I have a new doctor I'm going to be seeing this week. And so, yeah, I was in a good mood earlier. But sometimes I get like this, you know? I can't help it. Can't help it. And I'm gonna go, why the fuck do I have to cry? Why the fuck do I have to cry? I'm tired of fucking crying, I'll tell you what. Getting real fucking old real fucking quick. All if I can do anymore is cry. The majority of it. The majority of it. Half the time. Shit. Sometimes I get like this in a funk because the whole separation thing is hard. And like I don't know what to do. I need him to tell me something. Anything. You know? If you love me, let me go. If you don't, then let me go. Be a lot easier if you would just tell me something. If it's yes, I feel the same way about you. Just give me a little time. Okay. Great. Then I okay. Great. Then I know. Then that's fine. And then I wait, and I know it's got to be however long. Or the thing is, I don't think he's going to tell me that he doesn't. I don't know what to think. But I don't think he'll tell me that he doesn't feel the same way. But I don't know. Because if that was the case, you would think he would have done it by now. If that was the case, you would think he would have done it by now. It's just hard. What do you mean? What would I do for? What do you mean? What would I do if it was the other way? What did that? Like if he told me how he felt about, like if he told me that he felt in love, that he was in love with me, and that I was in love, that he was in love with me, and that I was silent, I'd fucking tell him. Well, there's obviously certain circumstances beyond my control. Um, but when you're in love with somebody, you don't choose who you fall in love with, and there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing I can do but wait, because my heart won't let me do anything else. My heart won't let me do anything else. You know what? You know what? Yeah, but the thing is, there's a lot to it. You gotta realize, the career thing in that he's been hurt a lot in the past, and he doesn't want to be hurt again, so he shut his heart off for a while, and he closed his heart off. He closed his heart off for a while to protect himself, and so now he's kind of opening his heart up, and it's gonna whenever he's ready, whenever he's ready. But at least if he's not ready yet, please tell me something. Just a little more time, something. A little more time, something. Give me a fucking sign, shit. Because here's what I figured. Here's what I'm thinking. Here's what I'm thinking. What's he gonna do if for some if for some whatever reason I end up leaving for the UK sooner than expected, and he doesn't tell me? He doesn't tell me. What's he gonna do? Realize that shit I should have told her, and now I'm gonna go all the way to the UK to tell her? UK to tell her? You know? I don't know. I just wish she'd say something. I just wish she'd say something. I don't want to cry. Shit. I don't know why I want to cry. It's weird. Cry. It's weird. I'm tired of fucking crying. I've cried more lately than I have in my entire fucking life. And I know it's okay. It's a way to get your it's a way to get your emotions out and shit. But I'm kind of tired of it. I think I'm just I think I'm just physically, mentally, and emotionally exhausted. I need a goddamn vacation. Vacation. You think I haven't been? I have. Quite some time. Quite some time. He's gonna tell me when he tells me. I wish it was soon. I wish for the one I love to find me. I'm hoping and I'm dreaming enough. And there's things I'll say. Hi Heather, it was so nice meeting you at the bridal show last month. What? I just wanted to follow up and see how the wedding planning has been going. I'm confused. If you're still looking for a wedding videographer, we would love to be a part of your day or wedding. What the fuck? Uh, I didn't go to any bridal show. What the fuck? I didn't. What the fuck? I didn't sign up for a bridal show. I didn't go to a bridal show. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm still getting stuff for. I'm still getting stuff for this bridal. This email is from a place called Sky Cinema Films. It says, hi Heather, it was so nice to meet you at the bridal show last month. No, I've had many more than that. I've had phone calls, I've had emails, I emailed. It's crazy. I did not sign up for any bridal show. I didn't go to any bridal show. I don't know what the fuck. This must be a colossal fucking joke. Cause do you guys get stuff for bridal stuff too? Don't just me. I don't understand it. What's weird is for any of them to have my number, because I don't give my number out to anybody. Nobody I know has my number. It's for business, like more or less business only. So I'm not sure what the fuck. I'm confused. I'm very confused. I don't know why I'm getting shit for bridal shows. Like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Jesus Christ. If I'm getting married, I'm the last to know, probably. And I don't know who I'd be marrying anyway unless it was him. So, and I don't know you know. Come on, I'm still 5 fucking years later and I'm still waiting. Fucking tell me something. What the fuck? What the fuck? Makes me crazy. The man's driving me, it drives me crazy. Tell me fucking something, you know. Fuck's sakes. I 1,000,000% need a fucking vacation after everything. Somewhere where they have a beach. Where it's warm. And an ocean. I know, people think that, well, you said beach, that should imply ocean. Not necessarily. Because beaches are also surround lakes. When I lived in Oklahoma, there was Grand Lake. And I would go and sometimes well, occasionally I went down by the lake. Very rare, but occasionally. Usually I went to the casino. You know? That's a bad habit. That's a bad habit. Especially when you live in a place where there's nothing to fucking do unless it's hunting, fishing, or going to the casino. Hello. Going to the casino. Hello. So yeah, that's. But let's see if I can find the picture. Ah. That is Grand Lake. It's Grand Lake. That's on Grand Lake. In Oklahoma. And this is from Lyndon Round's front porch. I missed it was peaceful and quiet, but you know, it's the only thing I miss about there, but I hate those fucking people. And this is here, Staten Island. Staten Island. I take all kinds of pictures. Like, go back. And this is in Trinity Church in the city. Well, damn it, I did not say go back that far. Shit. That's in Trinity. That's in Trinity Church. And that's the cemetery outside Trinity Church. Yes, I have a thing about cemeteries. I love history. There's waterfall. So I take pictures of flowers and yeah, all kinds of shit. And there's that. This is that. This is on the ferry. Actually, that might be over by that windmill. Not quite. Yeah, probably up by that windmill. And that's the Statue of Liberty. I know it's a fucked up picture, but yeah, that's the Statue of Liberty. But yeah. Oh, where is it? Ah. Then when I went over New Year's Eve in 2020, 2022 to 2023 to Florida, I was sitting on the beach. Yeah. This is West Palm Beach. It was peaceful. You know. This is like Delicious last year. Afterwards. This was the after party type thing. You know, when you have conversations with people, you have no idea who they are until later on. I love music. It was such a fun night. It was a good night. Believe it or not, I have no idea who they are. But it was fun. They were good. They were really nice. Now him, I talked to him for about 10 minutes. Had no idea, and then his friend or whatever decided he wanted to take a picture of us together. No fucking idea who he is. I know he's a musician. Musician. I It was a good night. I had a lot of fun. It was fun. It was fun. But obviously, you know. So this is Wigs and Wishes the first time I went, and that's Frankie's production. Her name's Lori. She's like a second mom to him, but and that's That's me and Frankie's mom, and yeah, and then me and Frankie's sister. Me and Paula, obviously. Was not expecting that, but you know. Yeah. Yeah. She's a very sweet lady. Yeah, let's see. This was Wigs and Wishes 2023, I think. Of course, I can't film for shit. I can't film for shit. I was on the side chorus here. It was so much fun. Damn it. Damn it. He looks so good in white. He looks so good in white. He looks good in anything he wears. I can't film for shit. And that's me and Martino in 2023. No, 2024. That was 2024. That was last year. Nope, 2 years ago. Jesus Christ. 2 years ago. Shit. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. But, you know, That was unexpected. But my favorite, yeah. But my favorite video is this. This is my favorite video. My most prized possession. The one thing I have that means the most to me. Well, one of the things. You know. I didn't know it was being filmed. I didn't nothing. Talk about big monkey in the middle. I felt like I was a sardine, almost. That's Frankie. But I also got this. Yeah. I just thought he was being nice. I had no idea. When it comes to guys liking me, I can't tell. He could throw the fucking book at me and say, "Hey, I'm in love with you," and not with it. Unless he physically tells me, I'm not gonna know. Ugh. Ugh. And I can't help that. Maybe if I had a different type of life, it'd be different. You know? Did I say I think that? I said I'm confused. Because I asked him, If you don't feel the same way about me, please just tell me. You tell me to my face. Please just tell me. You tell me to my face. You tell me. You can skywrite it. You can write it. You can text it to me. You can call me and tell me. You tell me in a Zoom. Call me and tell me. You tell me in a Zoom. You tell me any which way you want. Just tell me. He left me on red. I've I've asked him to tell me if he doesn't. You know, it's very it's very interesting. This is the first time you said something like that. You've heard me talk about this, so I'm confused why you would. I mean, I don't even know. I mean, I don't even know what to think right now. I said I'm not gonna know unless he tells me. And I could have swore I said that I've said that multiple fucking times, right? Yeah. Now I gotta check my ring off before I did the lotion. Shit. The lotion. Shit. See, I've said that I've had a lot of people tell me you're delusional, he doesn't feel he'll never, you're delusional, he doesn't feel he'll never, he would never be with you, da da da, yada yada yada. So if people were to say that now, even back then, I would have said, did he tell you that? No. Did he think that and you read his mind? No. Then shut the fuck up because you don't know. The truth is, the only and that was the first night we met in person. And then his mom was surprised I was still there later on. I ended up running into his family at the elevator. She's like, Heather, you're still here? Yeah, I was just dancing with the other ladies. Over my fucking head, yeah. Over my fucking head, yeah. Shit. Like, I'm the type that I don't know. You know? Okay, so can you tell me? Because I've been wondering. Well, I did tell him to. Yeah, he made me. Yeah, he made me tell him. Yeah, because I met him that night. I met his family that night. Ironically, his uncle sought me out in the crowd. That's who was saying, "Go, Cheech, go," when you could hear it. Yeah, they know who I am. Um, um, ironically, That was 2022. I did not. I was going to tell him, but I kept hearing Linda's voice in my, Linda's voice in my, why would you embarrass yourself like that? Because I never intended to tell him how I felt. She's like, why would you embarrass yourself? Why would you do that? I'm like, what do you mean? Why would you embarrass yourself like that? Like, why would you say that? Like, why would you say that? She said, look at him, look at you. He could be with anybody he wants. Why would he be with something like you? Why would he be with something like you? He would never be with something like you. Something along those lines. Not someone like me, something like me. What the fuck does that even like? Fuck does that even like? The fuck? Yeah, something like me. Well, good. Can you get him to tell me himself? I'd love that. I do think I at this point after everything I do think he does, but it's still hard for me to like fucking tell me. You know, it'll happen. It'll happen when it's meant to. I know. But it's been 5 fucking years. But say I fell in love with him in February of 2021 when the first time I ever laid eyes on him. Didn't even know his name. First thing, his heart and his soul, that's the first thing I saw, and that was it. Any attraction I had to anybody else, it went out the fucking window. Swear to God. It did. And then he had a Zoom contest. But I'll never forget, I was driving to go get pizza. We got pizza, and he was live. So while I'm driving, I have my phone set up, and I have his live going. So I'm on his live. I'm not saying really anything. I would type when I could. But then I was about to lose service because there's this long stretch of road where, it takes about 15 minutes or 20 minutes, something like that. With no service. So I typed out real quick, I have to go, but I'll be back. He's like, no, Heather, you're not allowed to leave yet. I was like, I promise I'll be back. I'm going to lose service. So I got got up, and I'm like, please God, let him be on. Please God, let him be on when I get service again. And as soon as I knew I had service, I got back on the live, and I'm driving at the same time. I got back on his live, and I put the thing. I said, I'm back. On his live, and I put the thing. I said, I'm back. And when he saw it, he's like, welcome back, Heather. It was stupid. It was funny. And then he had a Zoom contest. And he said he was going to pick 12 people. I bought one ticket for that contest. And I was number 8, and he picked 13. And we had a very amazing conversation. And lost track of time. Maybe we didn't lose track of time. Maybe I just thought we did. Because it was supposed to be 10 minutes. It was not 10 minutes. But it was like time to, and when I got on, when I did it, it was just me and him, on the Zoom. And as soon as he saw me, his whole face was lit up. Every time he's seen me, his whole face lights up. Smiles from his eyes. Smiles from his eyes. But in 2023, April 2023, April 2023, I'll never forget it. I was living in my car by then. I go to Vegas from Florida, and we go to the meet and greet, and I go in the room. He's like, "Oh my God, you look so good for living in your car. I never looked that good when I lived in my car." And I'm like, and he's like, "How do you look so good for living in your car? I never looked that good when I lived in my car." And I said, "I just clean up well." Shit. And so we had a very nice conversation. It was, and his best friend was there. It was really great. She's awesome too. Um, but I didn't tell him. I didn't tell him how I felt. And then we did we had the meet and greet. We had the meet and greet. I gave him what I took him and everything. And, I go out, I'm talking to the other women there. They kept nagging at me. "You need to go tell him. You 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 need to go tell him." And finally I couldn't stand it. And I'm like, "I'll be right back. I forgot to tell Frankie something." I go to the door. I'm like, and somebody comes out. I'm like, "Yeah, I forgot. Is it okay? I forgot to tell Frankie something. Is it okay?" He's like, "Yeah, come in." I walk up to him. And I'm like, "Never mind." And he grabbed me by the hand. He's like, "No, tell me." He wouldn't let me go till I told him. He wouldn't let me go till I told him. I told him I was in love with him and had been since the first time I ever laid eyes on ever saw him and that kind of thing, and he had the most. The response I got was very interesting. "Oh, but I want you. I want you to fall in love with somebody else because I want you to be happy. But I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you." Yes, I'm an idiot. I know. I know. Shit. Yeah. I want you to. I want you to be happy. I want you to fall in love with somebody else because I want you to be happy. But I love you. 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 So it's been a little bit. So it's been a little bit confusing, It's like, why don't you just? Oy vey. Oy vey. So, and I remember after the conversation, I said that he was going to. I said, "Be prepared because this is just the beginning." "Be prepared because this is just the beginning." And I said that big things are about to happen, are going to be happening for you. And he's like, "What do you think? You're psychic or something?" Well, first I told him, about the dream I had, the recurring dream about us getting married on his grandmother's birthday. And then somebody asked him the same thing, every time in the dream. Why did you pick this day to get? Why did you guys pick this day to get married? Yeah, he always says the same thing. Says the same thing. Because it's his grandmother's birthday and they were so close and she was no longer here, so we wanted to incorporate her memory into our wedding. Why the hell am I crying? God damn it, I cry more. I'm tired of fucking crying. I cry more now than I ever have before. Shit. I know, it's okay to cry, get your emotions out, yada yada yada, I get it. But he says the same thing every time, and it's the same thing every time. And then I told him about he's, be prepared, this is just the beginning for your career and everything else. Then this, that, and the other. Excuse me. He's like, what do you think, you're psychic or something? I said, oh baby, I've had this since I was a kid. He just smiled. He smiled, and that was basically. He smiled, and that was basically it. And that night was the nightclub. It was the Chair Choice Awards weekend, and so that night it was the nightclub party thing, and I went to it. Everybody went to it, and hanging out, whatever, dancing, chilling. And I just DM'd him. I said, you should come down. It's a lot of, have some fun. Come down. And so, I don't know how long it was, but I ran into a couple of the girls and started dancing and everything, and just happened to look up, and there he was sitting in the thing. He had come down with his friends and his dancers, but he was up in the thing, and with his friends and that. And one of the girls said, "Oh my God, he's looking right at us." Okay. So I decided to give him a little show. And I'm just saying, you're gonna look at me, I'm gonna give you a show. Yeah. Give me something to look at. Give me something to enjoy. Fuck it, why not? Yes, he does. He does. The one thing that makes me happy. Damn it. Lord have mercy. Well, thanks, but I'd rather, if if we were together, it'd be nice. But whenever he's ready, hopefully he'll tell me. Shit, I'm sure he'll tell me whenever he's ready. And I mean, he might be ready now, but maybe he has, with his career, I'm sure he has things going on, and he's very busy. And I would love it if he would come see me. Even for 20 minutes. 20 minutes. So, then, between then and, in the end, and things like that. So, yeah, come see, come saw. Come see, come saw. I always let him know I'm thinking about him and I love him and everything. And how handsome he always looks. And how handsome he always looks. And how proud I am of him. Dang damn it. Ah, shit. So, between April of 2023 and October 2023 when Wakes and Wishes happened, that year, I DM'd him. I said, I flat out said, if you don't, if you don't feel the same way about me, please just tell me. Tell me to my face. You can skywrite it. You can DM me. You can tell me on Zoom. You can tell me on. You can tell me on Zoom. You can tell me on the phone. Just something. Tell me. He left me on red. He left me on red. He left me on red. And the thing is, like I said, I don't. He could throw a book. He could throw a book at me and saying I feel the same way about you, and it hit me in the head, and it ain't gonna. It's gonna. Because he has to physically tell me. And I can't help that. It's because of the way and I can't help that. It's because of the way my life has been, I think. And you know. And the reason I think is because when you are brought up by monsters, that's the best way I can. Yeah, there's no way they have souls. By monsters like that, and they tear you down, and they make you feel like and believe. They make you feel like and believe that nobody worthwhile would ever want to be with you. So you get second guess every fucking thing. And you overthink everything. And I don't know if he knows that's why I get confused and why I haven't figured it out yet. Really, and it hasn't sunk in yet. You know, like I don't know because I'm like, then in my mind I'm like, does he really? Does he feel the same way? Or am I? Or am I? Am I worth it? Like, is it my imagination? Like, the shit that goes through my fucking head, man. You know? You know? Because I was brought up to believe that nobody, like, somebody like him would never be, somebody like him would never be with somebody like me. And then you have a bunch of other people telling you, they'll never be with somebody like you. You're delusional. This, that, the other. This, that, the other. And he knows that the only person I'll listen to is him. So he knows I'm not going to believe anybody else. And I'm still here. Over 5 years later. I've been waiting for over 5 years, but he didn't know that. So give the point, like, you gotta take off a couple of years, because he didn't know that I felt how I felt about him, and know that I felt how I felt about him until after Wakes and Wishes 2022. Because, see, when I got back See, when I got back to Oklahoma from Wakes and Wishes, I was so depressed, and all I started drinking again, and I would just lay in bed wearing his hoodie, the hoodie I haven't used to have his picture on it, and just it was bad. it was bad. I was just so, and I regretted not telling him. So in one of the videos that he posted, I think I put a night I would always remember. He was a real Prince Charming night shiner, something like that. A Prince Charming night shiner, something like that. And he liked the comment, and I said, "Would you make me the happiest woman in the universe and be with me?" And he didn't like the comment, but he commented two smiley faces with the heart eyes, or with the hearts, something like that. I'd have to go back and look. But yeah. Shit. So, and then, I officially told him in April 2023. So he's known, and I've told him multiple times how I feel about him. I've poured my heart out to that man. Quite a few times. So he knows. The thing is, I can't bring myself to say, "Hey, do you feel the same way about me?" Because I don't know what he would say. And kind of nervous about it. So, you know, so, so and I mean, maybe, oh, excuse me. God damn. Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. I hate fucking diverticulitis and whatever fucking makes me burp all the time. Shit. Hello. So, when I said, if you don't feel the same way about me, just tell me, and he left me on red, right? So, that was between April and October of 2023. And then in October 23 was Wakes and Wishes. Went, had an amazing time. And I actually spent some time with his family. It was amazing. It was really cool. We had a good time. But after the performance, everything was the fireworks. And so I made my way out to the fireworks, and I made my way through everybody, and I was at the balcony looking at the fireworks. There was about 1,000 people out there on the balcony. Strong balcony, shit. But I DM'd him. Fireworks are beautiful. And I'm liking, just watching. And I don't know what it was. Some told me to look over. I just look over. And he's standing, just look over. And he's right there, about this far away from me. Like this. This. And my dumbass in all my glory said, "Oh, fancy meeting you here." That's what I said. That's what I said. And he laughed. He was like, "Yeah, just trying to get video of the fireworks. Trying to get video of the fireworks." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And he turned to me and he smiled at me, put his hand on my arm. And before I knew either one of us could say a fucking word, Simon came over and said he had to go do photos or something. And he looks at her and says, "Right now?" And she says, "Yeah." Oh. And she says, "Yeah." And he apologized, and that was it. God damn it. Why am I crying? Crying. I don't know why I cry so much anymore. I don't. But that was it. I wait till it's just 2024. I did DM him. 2024. I did DM him. I hope to see you at the disco. And my feet, I had to change my shoes because I was getting blisters, and I went to go look for the car to change my shoes. I couldn't find the fucking car, and by the time I found it, he had gone. He had already been there and gone. So, and that was the last time I saw him in person. And I miss him. And I'm tired of fucking crying, damn it. Oh, shit. I would give anything to see him. I love seeing the pictures and the videos of him, but it's not the same thing. I have no idea why I'm crying. I have no idea why I'm crying like this. The only person that's ever had this type of effect on me is him. It's fucking crazy. And I've often wondered, maybe it was because, when you're told so many times that you're crazy, you're delusional, it's all in your head, and with everything else I've been through, it's like, maybe it isn't, and that kind of thing. So, I ordered a soulmate drawing. Not that long ago. It was a few months back, I think. Or last year or something like that. But, huh. And I did Catrice Lee's birthday, by the way. So, oh shit. I put in Catrice Lee's birthday for this. Oh, where is it? You're hard to find your goddamn screenshots. You're hard to find your goddamn screenshots. Ah. So, where is it? Oh shit. So the soulmate drawing was $1. Okay? Just Catrice Lee's birthday became a, my legal birthday became a, my legal name because that's the email I used, I guess. But, that's the soulmate drawing. That's the soulmate drawing. That I got 24 hours after I ordered it. And, well, we know what he looks like. So yeah, there's that. Yeah. There's the fact, there's the fact that I think about him constantly 24/7. But the odd thing about that is there's times where, I'm thinking about him all the time, obviously. But there's times where I think about him, but not so much. Like, he's always in my mind, obviously, but there's times where he's in my mind, obviously, but there's times where he's, you know. Well, I I ordered it for $1 and I got it back and it looks just like him, doesn't it? No, no. I put in the birth date. I didn't know what time of birth, date of birth, whatever, or the time of birth, or whatever, or the time of birth, or whatever. That's what I got back. So, not real sure what you're trying to get at. What you're trying to get at. Yes. You have your name and your birth date. And time of birth if you know what your birth date. And time of birth if you know what your time of birth is. You don't give them any other, they don't ask for any other information, except the card number to order it or whatever, or your pay number to order it or whatever, or your PayPal or whatever, and it's $1. He gets soulmate sketch, about 24 hours later. That's what I got. I didn't put any information about him or anything like that, and I even put him or anything like that, and I even put, it said, are you interested in male or female? Or either. I put either, and that's the fucking thing I got. Yeah, like, that's pretty point on it. It looks like him. Well, it looks like him. You know? Shit. So. I miss him though. When I think I can't love him anymore, I love him more the next day. I don't know. My love for him keeps growing. You know, keeps growing. You know. Oh, yeah. I mean, try it. No, no. You just give him your date of birth, the time of birth, and your name. And if you're interested in male, female, or either one, or both. That's all. Either one, or both. That's all it is. And then you get it's the soulmate sketch about 24 hours later. And it'll have all the information. I wouldn't pay too much about the information though. It didn't make sense. But that is something else. There's what's about it. What's about it. And the fact that I'm not attracted to anyone but him. And I haven't been attracted to anyone but him. Since the first time I ever laid eyes on him. You have crushes or whatever. Like Johnny Depp, Channing Tatum, Triple H. Not John Cena. It used to, a long time ago, it was John Cena also. And Triple H, it was when he had long hair. Shit. The Rock, the normal crushes. Now, now it's I only have eyes for him. I can't help it. But yeah. And I would give anything to spend time with him. That's all I want to do. Spend time. That's all I want is just to spend time with him. Whether it be here or coffee or I'd rather have it like it didn't have to necessarily be here, but somewhere quiet to where we could actually talk and without distractions, where we can focus on each other without all the fucking distraction background noise. You know what I mean? But I'll tell you what, the only time I've ever felt like I was right where I was supposed to be, like I was home, was with him. The only time. And the only time. And the only time I've ever been okay really with anybody being physical with me is him. Like, people, usually, people have always made my skin crawl when they touch me. Like, even to hug me, I don't like it. I'm getting more okay with it now, but it's like, well, think of who I was with the family and everything, and anybody really, except my daughters. But everybody just always made my skin crawl until him. I mean, I always wondered why every time Linda would hug me or any of them, why my it felt like It just made my skin crawl. It just made my skin crawl. And I hated it. All of them. It just... Imagine going through your life and the people that you believe is your family. Every time they hug you, it just makes you want to vomit. Makes you want to vomit. Makes your insides turn and your skin crawl. Just like, ugh. Makes you want, and I always felt like I needed a shower afterwards, and I couldn't figure out why it felt so dirty. Why it felt so dirty. I never understood it. Sorry. Sorry. It's just, I don't know why I'm so emotional. I've never been like this before. I've never been like this before. And I don't know why I'm like this now. First person to ever told me it was okay for me to cry was Frankie. Guess we had the Zoom. We had the Zoom. We were talking and I started crying. We were talking and I started crying and I said, I'm sorry. He's like, it's okay to cry. You don't have to be sorry, it's okay to cry. Now I comment, because some songs that he sings makes me cry every time. Every time. And he knows that. And I tell him, how beautiful it is that I'm crying. Or made me cry or something. And now he's like, oh, don't cry. Shit. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be where I am today. I'd still be probably in that situation. Or worse. These are the reasons I found the courage to leave. I guess to escape. And to not go back. He kept me going. He saved my life, man. He saved my life many, many times. Many times. And to me, he will always be the sexiest, most handsome man in the universe. He could be the size of his Uncle Tony at 4'2", the size of his Uncle Tony at 4'2", the size of his Uncle Tony. His Uncle Tony's a big dude, okay? Big dude. And I would still see him and he would still be the sexiest, most handsome man in the universe to me. It was will be. No matter what. And all I want, and all I want, just spend time with him. I don't need him to buy me anything. I don't need anything. I don't need anything. I just need to spend time with him. That's it. Quality time. That's all I need. That's all I want. It's quality time. It's quality time with him. Even if it's 20, 30 minutes, you know? Still quality. Even if it's 10 minutes. Still quality. Even if it's 10 minutes. Hoping it'll be longer than 10 minutes, but, you know, we'll miss him in person. Hopefully we'll get quality time whenever I do. Hopefully we'll get quality time whenever I do see him in person next. Without a bunch of fucking distractions. You know? You know? I did give him, I got him a bracelet one time. Last year. It was when I was homeless. Hey. When I was homeless at the drop-in center, I ordered him a bracelet. It has the infinity symbol on it, and I had my name and his name put on it, and I gave it to him. I left it in the bag at the studio for him while he was teaching. I didn't interrupt his class because I didn't want him to be upset or mad or whatever. And I don't think he would be, but it's work, you know, and he's very work oriented, and I didn't want to I would, you know, I would have loved to see it, but it wasn't about that. I've taken several 4-hour round trip bus rides down there. 4 hours round trip to take him stuff and drop it off. I think I've gone. Let's see. The first time they were getting ready for a competition, so he couldn't see me. But the kids came out and apologized for him, and told me that the reason he could it was because it was competition time and they were getting ready and he would see me otherwise. I'm like, okay, it's fine. And they took the stuff for him with that. So there's that. And then the next time, I think it was when I took him to diamond painting in Presley. And I did get a DM that night. And he thanked me for it. And he said he loved it. And he cried when he saw his baby Presley. And then the time after that, I always took him goodies and stuff. But the time after that, I got up in the morning and I made my homemade fried chicken and stuff like that, and apple coffee cake and all that. And plus, I gave him, it was like 2 packages of limited edition Sour Patch Kid Oreos, and a bunch of other stuff. and the diamond painting, the diamond bracelet, and that, and the bracelet, and my address and phone number. I put in the bag with the letter, and I got up there, and I walked in, walked in the building. Walked in the building. Um, there was a couple teachers in the other room with some of the children, some of the little girls, They were teaching, and I could hear him plain as day. Plain as day. I could hear him teaching, and I kept going back and forth. Do I interrupt? No, I shouldn't. Yeah, maybe. No. And I didn't know what to do. So I sat the bag down, and finally I went in the. I went in the other room, and I'm like, "Excuse me," and they're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Can you let Frankie know there's food out here for him?" They're like, they look at each other, and then look at me like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Alright, thank you," and I left. And the last time and then it went down another time and I took a homemade banana bread with, homemade peanut butter frosting. And I took it down, and he wasn't there. He was off that night, and I was told when he would be back and when he would be there. So I went down again with it, and he wasn't there. He wasn't there. He went to Texas for work, and but his friend came out, and she's like, "Oh, you got something else for Frankie?" I was like, "Yeah, his birthday, she's like, she's like, "Oh, okay, well, he'll be back soon." Like, "Alright, thank you," and, go ahead and give it to him. Yeah. So that's how that went. But, and I haven't been back down there since. Because I can't ride the bus that long anymore. It's hard on my back, okay? I have osteoporosis and shit. It's hard on my back riding the bus. But yeah. But me taking the stuff down there for him, I never had any expectations to see him or anything like that. I just wanted to take the stuff down to him to let him know that I was thinking about him and that he's important. And I know how hard he works. And I am proud of him. That's why I did it. Not to see him or anything. I would have loved to see him, but him working, he's very work oriented in that, and so that, you know, so that, that's why I did it. I never would have interrupted any of his classes or anything like that. I just wanted him to know that I was thinking about him, and that, if I could stop crying long enough to keep my glasses on, shit. So, 8 weeks of Wishes 2024. Weeks of Wishes 2024, however, when I took in stuff, because I always get stuff for I make him stuff. I don't spend a lot on him, but I do make him things. Because I'm more sentimental. And for me, I gifts from the heart, you know. Well, that was the first meet and greet we ever went to. That was the first night we ever met. Shit. And that was the first night we ever met. Shit. And that wasn't the meet and greet. But when we had the meet and greet in 2024, we were talking, and I was telling him what was in the bag. What was in the bag. You know, and I actually bought him this outfit from Temu. It says King on it, and I got him on it, and I got him the matching hat. It's red and black, and I don't know if he's ever worn it, but it'd be interesting to know. But yeah, it says King on it, and I was telling him about the peanut. I got about the peanut. I got him like four things of candy peanut butter. I was telling him and about I took him cookies and that kind of I took him cookies and that kind of thing too. Obviously, I always do what I can for him because I want him to know how much he's appreciated and how much I love him and everything else. And that's how I show people I love them. And that's how I show them I love them because I don't know how else to do it. And so when I was telling him, he's like, "Oh, I see. You want a fat Frankie?" I said, "No." I said, "I want a happy Frankie, not a fat Frankie." I said, "I want a happy Frankie, not a fat Frankie." And I don't think he gets it. Maybe he does. That man is a fucking he's been on a diet for a very, very long time. Since he was 10. He's gotta realize it's okay for him to eat the things he likes. Moderation. Otherwise, I could work out like that shit. I wish what's the point? I can't lose weight anyway. As hard as I try to lose weight, I can't lose weight. And it sucks. I went to the gym 3 times a day when I was living in my car. Every time I did every time I did 2 miles on the treadmill and did 50 to 100 pounds at 100 count of everything. 300 count of everything. 3 times a day. Ate right, didn't eat junk food, I was doing everything right. Did lose one fucking pound. Not 1 pound. Lost. I don't know if it's because I was doing protein shakes. I don't know what the fuck why I couldn't lose weight. Well, I have thyroiditis. That might have something to do with it. See, here's the thing. This GLP shit, right? Ugh. Ugh. People need to stop doing that shit. It's crazy to me. It's this bullshit trend. Do people know what they're doing? Do people know what they're doing to their bodies? It's not healthy. And furthermore, the GLP shit, you're taking diabetic medication. People that are doing that is diabetic medication. How many? Oh, let's see. Weeks of Wishes 2022. Excuse me. Chair Choice Awards. Chair Choice Awards 2023. Wings of Wishes 2023. Wings of Wishes 2024. So 4. Wings of Wishes 2024. So 4. Alright, then. Have a good night. 4. Every time I've gone to anything, any of his performances, it's been every time. But one thing, back in 2021 when he had a concert, in West Palm Beach, April. Or no, it was August of 2023. No, August 2021. August 2021. Shit. Bleep, that's all, folks. So I think it was August 2021. He had a concert in West Palm Beach. It was in West Palm Beach. It was during the summer. I knew I wasn't gonna get to go, right? But I still bought two. Tickets to the concert, even though I knew I wasn't gonna go, because I wanted to support him. I bought 2 tickets to his concert that I knew I wasn't gonna go to, just to support him. And I would have loved to go, but I knew I wouldn't be able to. See, I've had a lot of, I've had people tell me, for some reason people get mad, especially when I was homeless in my car. They'd get mad that I would go to the events and that still. Money really doesn't mean anything to me. You know, I don't, money doesn't really mean anything to me. It's just, instead of more sentimental and stuff like that. Say he and I get together, right? I have to do neck. So say he and I get together, right? The perfect gifts, the type of gifts that I would love more than anything is if he sings to me or if he were to a song, write a song to me, stuff like that, or instead of buying me flowers, if he was going to if he's taking a walk and he sees a flower and thinks of me, things like that, you know. I'm very I'm not materialistic at all. Materialistic shit comes and goes. Like the video that I got, that's the best gift I ever got. Yeah, the best gift I ever got was. Actually, the best gift I ever got was him, being touchy-feely with me. That's beside the point. But the best gift I ever actually got was that video. Yeah, it was that video. That video of me. And I will always cherish it. Oh, I wish I could see him. Oh, I wish I could see him. Oh, how I wish I could see him and spend time with him. You know? But I know it'll happen when I expect to. So I just wait and give him whatever time he needs, and when he's ready, he'll tell me. It's just hard, you know. The whole hard, you know. The whole separation shit is fucking hard. He does have a band. He's a solo artist. He is a solo artist entertainer, also a artist entertainer, also a he travels and teaches dance at different studios around the world. He just got back a couple days ago from Australia. He loves Australia is his favorite place, and it is beautiful there. And I would love to go there. I would love to go there. You know. To be honest, when I do go to the UK, I would love it if he could go. The UK, I would love it if he could go with me. But it's Frankie Zolferino. Zulferino. Zolferino. Ferino. Zolferino. So, you know, I miss him. I do. I miss him. I do. A lot. And the truth is, if I got to spend time with him, if I got to see him spend time with him, I'd be the happiest woman in the universe. You know? Like, I want to spend quality time with him without distractions and without interruptions. And so we can actually talk in like normal human beings. You know? Like normal people. Because here's the truth. What people seem to not realize when it comes to celebrities. Yes, entertainers and that's their careers. But they're still people. Like I know some think they're entitled because of their celebrity status, which they're not. They're fucking human beings. They wake up just like everybody else. They go to sleep just like everybody else. Just like they take a shit, just like everybody else. Just like they take a shit, just like everybody else. They're fucking human. You know, they're talented, that's it. Him, on the other hand, that's a whole different story. They're extremely talented, and they sacrifice a lot for their careers. Some their souls. Um, um, but I talk to everybody like they're, I talk to the only person I talk to the only person that I get nervous around is him. And it doesn't do with him being a celebrity though. It has to do with because I'm in love with him and I can't explain it. I've never acted that way around anybody. Like, I get shy, I guess. A little bit, you know. But it makes me happy. I'd be a lot happier if I could see him in person and spend time with him. But I said it'll happen when it's meant to. If I had my way, if I had my way, he would come over here tomorrow and see me with a venti lavender frappuccino from Starbucks. That's my favorite. See, I have these, I do like Starbucks, I'm not gonna lie. Um, I like the lavender frappuccinos when they're during like they have them during the spring. So right now it's lavender frappuccino season. Oh, it's so fucking bad. I do almost I do want a fucking lavender frappuccino so fucking bad. And it's lavender color, that's why it's a lavender frappuccino, but it tastes exactly like Fruity Pebbles. Exactly like Fruity Pebbles. It tastes like Fruity Pebbles. So yeah, the perfect thing for me, if he were to show up here tomorrow with a venti lavender frappuccino with almond milk. I love that. I would be the happiest woman in the universe, man. Like, for real. Just the little things like that make me very, very happy. I don't need diamonds and jewels and all that bullshit. I don't need riches and all that bullshit. I don't need riches. I don't need extravagant clothing. I don't need anything like that shit. I got what I need. I got the stuff I need. And I take care of myself, But little things like that make me very happy. Nobody's ever done anything like that, so, it'd be nice. Maybe. Like, seriously, nobody's ever done anything, like, I've never even been on a real date. Never been on, never been on a real date, never experienced romance. Been married twice, never had a wedding. First time I got married, I was wearing my pajamas. You know? went to get the marriage license at the record at the records place at the county records place, I guess, where you pick it up. That's weird because my second ex-husband, we went to the courthouse, but my first ex-husband and I we went to the records place. Oliver, I don't even remember what it was. It wasn't the courthouse. Went to get the marriage license. And the lady asked if we wanted to get married right then and there. He's, yeah, let's do it. Sure. I was wearing my fucking pajamas and I was 5 months. Pregnant. And I only knew my ex-husband for 2 weeks. I thought he was the knight in shining armor because he got me. Yeah, I thought he was the knight in shining armor because he got me out of a very abusive situation. Little did I fucking know. Well, let's see. My first ex, my oldest daughter's father, who tried to unalive me multiple times, like almost on a daily basis. I was with him for 10 months. Johnny got me out of that relationship with Nacho. Yes, his name was Ignacio. We called him Nacho. Yeah, you can make fun of it. Nacho cheese. Yeah. Yeah. It's in the past, I've healed from it. I'm not gonna lie, anytime I ever see his picture, it freaks me out, and I get in fight or flight mode very quickly. I get really, he's, it's been over 20 years and he's still stalking me shit. I don't know if he still is now or not, but he did for a very long time. But will I ever feel safe when it comes to him? I don't think so. But then, I was with Johnny, and that was bad. Not as bad as Nacho, but it was still bad. And we got married July 8th, 2002, and we got divorced in 2006. Our divorce was final. He left me for a woman that was 20 years older than me. Of course, I didn't know that all my relationships had been set up. Beforehand. But yes, they were. So, yeah. So John, Sue's husband, told his coworkers, and his coworkers knew who she was. And they're like, ugh, Johnny left beautiful Heather for ugly Wendy? Loco de la cabeza. Literally, ooh, Johnny left beautiful Heather for ugly Wendy. Loco de la cabeza. No joke. I'm like, yeah. Yeah. Man, do I know how to fucking pick them. But, this is different, right? Because, when you're made to believe you don't, that's the best you're gonna get, that's what you deserve. someone like that, someone like that, someone like them, you know. So after Johnny left me for her, you know, because I didn't want the rugs around my kids and shit like that. So after Johnny left me for her, I met Terry. I was with Terry from 2006 to, God, 2009? I don't even remember. It was on and off again. It was on and off again. And he was abusive too. See, Nacho was 8 years older than me, and so was Johnny. Terry was 13 years older than me. Well, this is by my legal age, so, because clearly we gotta get the DNA test and everything. But yeah, Terry was 13 years older than me, and Johnny and Nacho were both 8 years older than me. Um, um, so after I ended up with Terry, finally, shit. He didn't know how to keep it in his pants, I'll tell you what. And yeah, he cheated on me with a guy in my bed, in my house. Yeah, he didn't pay my bills. I paid the bills. It was my apartment, but he was staying there with me. And, went to Wellington, and he, as usual, when he gets drunk, he runs his mouth. Oh yeah, yeah. And the guy's name was Tim. So, so, because he was getting belligerent and Shauna, John, Howie's, wife, uh, wife, was afraid that Terry was going to do something to me. Because that's what he did. And so, Howie took him home to my house, to my apartment, and came back, and we went the next day to drop me off. Well, get there, and I go. They wait, you know. I go. I think I went there to drop off his pillow. Because I wasn't gonna. I went there to drop a couple things off, but I wasn't gonna stay. I was gonna go back to Wellington. And I go up, I go in the house. And here comes Terry out of my bedroom very quickly, shuts the door behind him, and wraps a towel around him and is doing everything he can to stop me from going in my bedroom. Because this is a small one-bedroom apartment. You walk to the front door, there's the living room, then there's the dining room and kitchen, and then the bathroom and the bedroom. That was my apartment. So he's doing everything to stop me from going in that bedroom. I didn't think anything of it. I thought he was fucked up. And, yeah, I thought he was high. It was. But that's not why. So I go down and I tell Shauna and Howie, and she's like, is there anything you want to get before we leave to make sure he's not going to destroy it? I said, yeah, my photo album. Which I lost in the car when Brian drove on the military base and crashed into the wall, trying to unalive me. Anyways, I digress. Go back to the Terry. So I said, yeah, my photo album. So Howie and I go up. She's like, John, go with her. She's like, John, go with her. So we go upstairs. We go in the house, in my apartment, to get a photo op. Terry's nowhere to be seen, but this guy Tim comes walking out of my bedroom. And I'm like, where's Terry? And he's like, oh, he's looking for you. Okay, thanks. And I walk out of my house with my photo album. And here comes Terry up the back stairs, and he just starts yelling at me like I did something wrong. And so we ended up leaving, and I told Terry I was done. That was it. You cheated on me. I was used to being him cheating on me. But he cheated on me in my own bed. With a man. The fuck? What the fuck? You don't do that shit. You don't do that shit. My rules in a relationship, and yes, I do have rules, and they're very simple. Very easy. It's not hard. I don't know why they couldn't ever follow these rules. Number one, don't ever lie to me about anything. Don't lie to me about anything. Don't lie to me. Unless it's like planning a surprise and you don't want me to know. Then that's a whole different story. But don't ever lie to me. Number two. That's about it. Don't lie to me. Don't cheat on me. People make mistakes. Whatever. Like, if Frankie and I were ever, if we got together and he did cheat, whatever, I don't think he ever would. Something tells me he never would cheat on me. I don't think he would ever cheat on me. But that's basically my rules in a relationship. Don't lie to me, don't cheat on me. And I'm very open-minded. Like, for example, if Terry had told me he was bisexual, okay, great. I don't care. Just don't ever cheat on me. If he wanted to bring some, and we were a throuple at one time, I'm very open-minded, trust and believe. And I'm very, hell, shit. I've been in a porn with my ex-husband and when I was 24 and 3 other people. Fuck. But yeah, that's one thing. Just don't ever fucking go and cheat on me. That's it. My second ex-husband, he liked wearing women's underwear. I said, okay, as long as you don't wear mine. That was the rule. Don't wear mine. Okay. Don't lie to me, don't cheat on me, and don't wear my underwear. That's my rules. Don't lie to me, don't cheat on me, don't wear my underwear, and don't hurt me. 4 rules. But see, I don't know why those rules are so hard to follow. I thought those rules were pretty, I thought those were basic for everybody. Don't lie, don't cheat. Don't hurt me. And yeah, don't wear my underwear. But that was a rule for my second ex-husband because he liked wearing women's underwear. If you're bi, I don't care. I mean, if I had a problem with that, that would be hypocritical. I'd be a hypocrite because I am, Like, you want to bring somebody in for a night? Okay, great. We bring somebody in for a night? Okay, great. We could do that, but we discuss it first and then, make sure everybody's on the same page. But but I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to do that anymore. If it's me and Frankie, I want it to be me and Frankie, not, you know. When you truly love someone, you don't cheat on them. When you truly love someone, you don't cheat on them. That's the thing. Here's what I don't understand. If you want to go and sleep around, why get in a relationship? If you're gonna go and sleep with every Tom, Dick, and Vito in the village, or every Susan, Carolyn, Joan in the fucking whatever, I'm just using their names. If you're gonna go sleep, if you're gonna be in a relationship, why would you go sleep with other women, right? Why go cheat, right? Why go cheat? Just like women, why would you? If you're gonna be with someone, you're in a relationship with someone. Why are you cheating? If you want to go sleep around, then be single and just be around. Then be single and just sleep around. Don't be in a relationship if that's what you're gonna do. That's the dumbest shit. That's the dumbest shit. I don't understand that. I've never understood that. You know? If you are not, like, in another thing, if you're gonna go cheat, you need to just, end things with your partner first. Don't cheat on your partner first. Don't cheat on your partner. That's what I mean. If they're gonna be cheaters, then be single and go fuck around. Be single and go fuck around. Don't be in a relationship with somebody and go fuck around on them. Because why are you doing that? You love that person? No, you don't. Because if you love that person, you wouldn't be fucking around on them. And I know I've been cheated on by all my relationships I've been cheated on. I have not had one faithful relationship. Not one. Frankie and I get together, hopefully it'll be my first. It'll be my first faithful relationship. But me, I've always been faithful. In every relationship I've been faithful. The way I treated those guys, I treated them like kings. I did them like kings. I did everything. I waited on hand of everything. And I still got cheated on. I was a good wife. I was a good mother. And I still got cheated on. And abused and everything else. So for me to treat them the way like that, and after them treating me the way they did, imagine how great of a wife I would be for Frankie. Especially if he appreciated me. Treated me right. Treated me right and everything. Truth is, when Frankie's happy, I'm happy. And all I want to do is make him happy. He's the bee's knees. right this moment, I'm not sure. But he's in New York. He is here in New York. He posted a short clip of dinner. He was out with some friends at dinner in the city. He was over there in the city. He was over there doing a the album promo, I think. I'm so proud of him. I'm beyond proud of him. And I don't think he realizes this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. Big things are coming for him. For both of us. I don't know if that means together or separate, but big things are coming. I feel it. I want him to be a household name around the world. You know? I want everybody to love him. And I want everybody to know how amazing he is. He is the hardest working person I've ever met in my entire life. If you ever watched the video Bad Side, the music video Bad Side, um, when he was filming that video, he had a sprained ankle or something like that, and even with the sprained ankle, he did the video, and he continued to teach. He is very work oriented, very dedicated to work. His career, which is good. And working and everything else. Now I wish he didn't have to work. I wish he could just focus on his music, you know? You know? Yeah, I know. I know. I know. But I know big things are coming. And he is going to end up being a household name around the world. Around the world. You know, I'm starting to wonder. Because if and hear me out. And hear me out. I gotta go do that DNA test, right? And if it comes back as a match for me being a Tree, that's gonna be international news. That's gonna be international news. So yeah, he would probably end up being a household name for sure. I would make sure. I would make sure of it. He deserves all the success in the world and all the happiness in the world. Yeah. And now I'm trying to get into it. It's like, I'm doing, I'm going to be doing modeling, singing, and acting and that too. But not till the time comes. So, so, I wish, I'm very tired. I'm physically, emotionally, mentally exhausted. And I have been. I definitely need a vacation. Like, that's not a joke. I am 100% need a vacation. I know. I know. But see, the thing is, I'm happy when he's happy. For now, I'm going to end this because I'm ready to crash. Go to sleep. So, go to sleep. So, but I will, I'll probably be live sometime tomorrow. Well, it's 1:45, so, tomorrow. Tomorrow. Whatever. Anyways, sweet dreams. Hope y'all have a great night, and I'm going to bed now. Have a good night, guys. Going to bed now. Have a good night, guys. See you later. Have a good night.